Earlier today, I was sent a very confusing image. It was of a player with a Q hat, one of the most expensive items in PokeMMO, breeding eggs at the Johto daycare with what appeared to be a much larger than normal shiny Suicune. It has been over half a year since the Alpha Suicune raid that allowed players to obtain this happened, and because of that, most players assume that one just simply didn't exist, a shiny Alpha Suicune. Not to mention how many hoax pictures there were when this raid initially came out. We all agreed that if this shiny Alpha Suicune exists, it's probably the most expensive Pokemon in PokeMMO. To give a little bit of backstory about how Alpha Suicune even came into the game, it was about 7 months ago during the Christmas event in PokeMMO. There was a good amount of controversy at the time about this Pokemon because a lot of players were just kind of confused on what an Alpha Legendary would even entail. Like, in PokeMMO, for the longest time we didn't even have legendaries, so like adding a tier of rarity on top of that, it just sounded so insane. The raid comes out, it's super hard, and for some reason, Alpha Jinx is the most meta Pokemon for it. Now, if you guys don't know, Alpha Jinx is typically not worth anything, but during the time of this raid, they had skyrocketed in price. If I recall, some of them were selling upwards of 70,000 yen, when normally they only go for about 5k. Defeating this raid was incredibly hard, but you were able to capture the Alpha Suicune and keep it for yourself. This means that the player who found that shiny Alpha Suicune had to have done it during the raid, and then once he finished the raid, he rolled the 1 in 30,000 chance at the shiny when it generated inside of his party. This level of luck is absolutely obscene. At first, when I saw this picture, I noticed that he was in Johto, and realized that it could just be the scaling difference between some regions. If you didn't know, the follower sprites of certain Pokemon can actually appear larger depending on what region you're in. Here's a comparison of my shiny Alpha Lopunny in Hoenn and in Johto. So as you can see, in Hoenn it's just like slightly smaller. So the first thing I did was run to Johto with a normal Suicune and stand next to the same sign, trying to just compare the pixels. I could clearly see that the alpha is larger by just looking at the eyes compared to the player. My friend who owns a shiny Suicune even traded me theirs, and I went back there just to make sure there wasn't any differences between the shiny and the normal Suicunes in Johto. Eventually, my friend Clue found someone in the same team, QAQ, in the Slateport Channel 5, just sitting there with what appeared to be a gigantic Suicune shiny. Now, what I'm assuming is that the team owns it, and they're maybe just like sharing it around with each other, since now there's been 2 people cited owning such an expensive and rare Pokemon. To give you an idea of its value, I asked a few extremely rich players what it might be worth, and I was told that it is worth at least 10 billion yen. Clue was lucky enough to get into a battle with him, and I'll play that footage for you now. It's really funny.
I can let you. Oh, he's gonna battle me? Oh shit. Alright, let's see it.
Oh, because they're supposed to be showing soon. That's great.
Wait, this is hype.
China number one.
Look at that thing!
China number one.
Look at that thing!
It's called China number one. We'll get you one, man.
Bro. Wait, I'm gonna post this in Pat's Vic. OMG.
I eventually showed up there as well for a little bit and filmed me standing next to it. I even asked the guy if I could get into a battle with him, but unfortunately he didn't respond, and I think it was kind of just a mix of him maybe not knowing English too well, and also maybe him being a little bit too cool for me, considering this guy's got E-Storm hat on, and he's got the Desu coat. This guy's outfit is worth like billions on billions on billions of yen, so it makes sense to me that his team would have this crazy Pokemon. But yeah, here's the footage of me walking around him and, I guess, fanboying over a Suicune a little bit. Yeah, wow, here it is. This guy, it's like 3, but with 2 R's. He's sitting here with the shiny Alpha Suicune, dude. That thing is insane. You can tell it's like that because it has the difference in size between this Suicune and that Suicune. I said, can you challenge me? I want to battle alphas. I had my friend Clue messaging him, like trying to get him to send me a battle request, but he wouldn't. But maybe he was AFK or something. I just saw him move, so I know he's at his keyboard right now. We'll see if he egos me, though. This guy has got a crazy expensive outfit on as well. He's got the E-Storm, the Scythe. He's got what I think is the lab coat as well. It's pretty insane. Yeah, the fact that this thing actually exists, this has to be worth like at least 10 billion yen. I know it's just like a little bit bigger and just such a slight difference, but like that is such a insane Pokemon that actually got pulled and nobody knew it existed for that long. Like this is our first time hearing about it basically. So I wonder if they just recently bought it off somebody or what, man. Like that is so crazy. It's pretty insane to think about what other shinies could be out there that we didn't know about as a community. For a few years now, nobody has seen a shiny Shaman, which comes into the game in a very similar way to how the Alpha Suicune did, except it's been out for multiple years now instead of just one. There could just be players out there that exist that just have insane shinies like this and don't tell a soul, and then log off and never tell anyone. Do you guys think that this is the most expensive shiny alpha in the game? Or even the most expensive shiny in the game? What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments, and like always guys, take care.